Almost didn't happen. Welcome everybody to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm Dr. Cush. Listen to this. You want to hear a story? Not a great story. Those of you who don't know, I used to write for television, so I should be able to tell a good story here. Not a great story. Moments before the show started, my entire computer died. So not just like one part of it. Sometimes like the voice modulator doesn't work. Sometimes the microphone isn't doing its thing. Sometimes one of the cameras doesn't connect. Not this time. Not this time, my friends. Everything. Panic. Anyway, today, speaking of computer, it was an okay story. Speaking of computer, sometimes I don't find the cocktails for this show in books. I have lots and lots of books. I love reading all my books. Sometimes I find them online. I went looking because it is the Day of the Dead, a holiday that I think is a very cool one. Celebrating people that have passed on, people that you remember, saying funny stories about, people that are no longer here with us. It always a good way to end Halloween, I think. I went looking for cocktails for this show, and what did I find? There are 3 different cocktails called Dia de los Muertos in just a very quick search of the internet. So I figured we'd make all 3 of them, see if we can find the official name, the official Dia de los Muertos cocktail. So we're gonna be making 3 cocktails that all share the same name today. And we, you guys got funny stories about people that used to be in your life. I'd like to hear them. I'll probably tell you some of mine. And that, God, I hope, can anybody hear me? It's too crazy. Here we go. Let's do the intro. Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. Okay, all right, that is the intro. Let's get into these cocktails. For everything that I could find, there is no official, this is definitely what we drink on the Dia de los Muertos. So I figured, me, a white guy from Phoenix, I can help. Let me help. So I wrangled up 3 different recipes that were all named Dia de los Muertos. We're going to try all 3 of them, and we're going to decide if we have a winner. And then, I'll let the people know. I'll give Mexico a call real quick. Hey, Mexico, it's Cush. Found you a drink. They're gonna love that. Anyway, well, you guys are a chatty group tonight. Let me just let me get to the top. There we go. My goodness, all the way up here. Let me say hello to the people. Good evening, Shawnee Panabaker. Good to see you there, pal. Always, hey, shouted out by our good friend Rob out there making his drink. Yeah, just a little clarification. Shawnee made the Zombie King and credited to another guy, which is totally fair because I also would have accredited it to the other guy. There's a crazy article written about the Zombie King that takes the ownership of that drink away from our good friend Rob. It's not true. Rob created the Zombie King. It's show drama. Tiki Bonbon is here. Greetings to you, Tiki Bonbon, winner of the 2025 Cush Kentucky Derby, and Moose. Good to see you there, Moose. Amy Beer, Bonbon. Yes, Arizona statehood. I know this is on Valentine's Day. How do I know that? Grew up there. Didn't celebrate a lot of Valentine's Days, but always celebrated Arizona Statehood Day. That's what we were all about. Chris Salmon, boy, you know, this seems to be what everybody's talking about. Everybody that I know was like, we had 4 kids in 3 different groups. 4 kids total. 2 kids in the first one, 1 and 1. And I think we had 3 Elsas. Nobody, the kids not trick-or-treating? I don't know what the kids are up to. Why are you asking me? Don't ask me that question anymore. I'm not answering it. Amy is here. Good to see you, Amy. Amy Salmon. Always a pleasure to have you. Here we go. BGB the Bun, ready to go. Hey all. Hey all. They call, oh, look at this. Jay Carter. Don't get to use Jay Carter's sound effect all that often. Good to see you, Jay Carter. For those of you who don't know Jay Carter, he's a party starter. It's Jay Carter Party Starter. He's been with, gosh, Jay, have you been with us the longest? No, Keith's been with us the longest. Keith, we'll come up with Keith and Avery here in just a second. I think I see them. Roger G here and ready to go. DC David Clark, winner of the 2023 Cush Kentucky Derby, is in the house. Let's see who else we got in here. We got, it seems like there's a lot of you, but it might just be a couple of you that are chatting a lot. That's good. Susan Lang is here. That's my mom. Hey, Mom. Let's see who else we got. Yes, recovering from last night. Yeah, cold weather. Not me. We had a few extra zombies. There's a reason that you have that you should only have 2 zombies per the rules of the zombies. Limit 2 per customer. Dougie G in the place to be. Good to see you there, Dougie G. Always a pleasure. Keith Austin, allowed behind the bar. So is Bonbon, actually. I should mention that more. Bonbon also allowed behind the bar. Everybody's allowed behind the bar. Good to see you. Did Bonbon have a lot of... Oh, so much leftover candy. What is going on? Do the kids not want the candy? I want to give the kids the candy. The kids do not want the candy. This is not working out. Cocktail Lulu is here. Good to see you, Cocktail Lulu. So there's Keith. Keith's over here now. Good to see you, Keith. He's jumping between all the different... we are also live on Instagram, Kick, and the other one. Twitch. Live on all of them. And I will accept your chats from all of those. We don't have a lot of followers over there. I don't think the kids like it over there. But what do I know about the kids? I thought they wanted candy. They don't want candy. There we go. We had lots of kids, but not as many as in lots of other years. Yeah, I think A4 we're handing out books and healthy snacks, but it was in Moon Valley. Yeah, Moon Valley is it's a neighborhood I grew up in, Moon Valley. Really nice. Really a lot of fun for handing out candy. Really fun for Christmas. Phoenix, really fun for Christmas, oddly. In Moon Valley, when you drive through and look at all the lights, they hand out I don't know, like fabric snowballs. You can have fabric snowball fights because it doesn't snow in Phoenix. That's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about the Dia de los Muertos. It's celebrated throughout most of the Hispanic world, the Latin world, the everything south of well, I guess California probably too. Basically taken over by the Catholic Church at some point. Like the Catholic Church sort of did. They're very good at that. Made it into an All Saints Day. All we're doing is we're celebrating, we're remembering those that have passed on. And what better way to remember somebody and to cheer somebody than to make a drink? Well, I went looking for the official drink of Dia de los Muertos, and there is none. I could not find a single. I wanted the official drink, the one that we have. There isn't one. So I found 3 different cocktails. All of them called themselves the Dia de los Muertos. We're gonna make all 3 of them. A little confusing for some of them since these are internet recipes. Some of them didn't have any amounts. Difficult to make a recipe without the amounts. We will figure it out though. That is what we do here. So let's start with our first one. This first cocktail is called, let me find it first because I want to have them all. There we go. This first cocktail is called the Dia de los Muertos. There's going to be a whole theme. They're all called Dia de los Muertos. So let's get into this one. We're going to start over here. It calls for, and this is what we need. We need all of this stuff. Oh, my sis lives in Moon Valley. Oh, that's fun. Yeah. It's a good place to grow up. Okay. It calls for, listen to this, absinthe, tequila, orange juice, chocolate bitters, orange bitters, allspice dram. Seems like a lot of stuff. Seems like an awful lot of stuff. So let's build it. Let's see if we can figure out. It doesn't call for any amounts. It just says those number of things we need. So we'll be using the same tequila for all of these. We're going to be using our Kirkland. El Kirkland tequila. We'll be using Reposado. I'm going to start off. I think we got enough for 2 ounces. We're going to start off with 2 full ounces. Oh, you know what? No, we're not. No, we're not. Stop. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. We're going to ice our glass first. Get a little ice going in here. Then we're going to absinthe our glass. There we go. Let that absinthe sort of get in there. We're going to give it a little spin. We're going to pour that absinthe out here in just a little bit. But while we have that ice in there and that absinthe in there, let that absinthe and that ice sort of freeze to the side of the glass so that we have our absinthe flavor in here. The rest of the stuff we are going to be building in a tin. Completely empty. Oh, completely empty. There we go. Trust me, it's empty. All right, let's start off with our tequila. Let's put in, should we start off with 2 ounces? We start off with 2 ounces. 2 ounces of tequila. Glug, 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 glug. Oh, we'll do 1.5 ounces. Maybe we'll add more. Since we don't know exactly how much stuff we're putting in here, start off with 1.5 ounces. We'll increase it by 1/4 ounces as we go. Next, we want to put some orange juice in here. I have 2 different oranges. Kind of fun. 1 orange. None of these are Kyle's oranges. They're not ready yet. One of these, regular old navel orange. Little navel. That's why it's called a navel orange. See that? Little navel orange because it has a belly button. This one right here is a blood orange. Ooh. We will do the blood orange later. Amanda, AC, is in the house. A4. Oh, that means that my nieces are watching. My niece who made me this. Who made me this? This. What's up, Arch? What is up, Avi? Good to see you both. Okay. I love that Cush always shows the empty tin. It's like a magician about to perform a trick. That's exactly right. I've been learning a coin trick. Let's see if I can show it to you guys real quick. It goes like this. Oh, that one doesn't work. Where should I go? Right here? Ready? Whoop! Where'd it go? Oh, it's right here. I'm not very good at the coin trick yet. I'm going to learn it. Okay. Everybody assumes that because I was a pretty good juggler as a kid that I can also do magic. Turns out, can't do any magic. We're going to start over here, and we're going to slice our orange right there. The only real sour that we're putting in here is going to be our orange. I don't know how we're going to do this. I don't know if this cocktail is going to work out. We're going to go ahead and put in, what do you think? How about half an ounce? Put a half an ounce. Just trying to think of like what we're even looking for with this cocktail. We're going to be putting in a bunch of different bitters. We're going to be doing a bunch of different bitters. So I think the flavor is going to come mostly from the tequila with the absinthe and the bitters. So the orange juice is, I think, it really just sort of tamped this down. If I'm thinking about this cocktail correctly, we may have to remake it. But that's just half an ounce of orange juice right there. Now we start all of our flavoring. We want to start with some chocolate bitters. when you look at it, you see like it's like a chocolate orange situation that we got going on here. But with tequila and absinthe, I think there's a lot going on. So go ahead and put in, let's put in like 1 big dash of chocolate bitters. And we'll put in a few big dashes of our orange bitters. We'll use Gaz's orange bitters. We love Gaz, we love his family. Gaz could be up on our ofrenda. Our ofrenda is the table of pictures that you light candles to of all the people that have passed on. Gaz sadly passed away a little while ago, but he still makes money. His family still makes money on the Regan's orange bitters. So we appreciate great bartenders that change the game. We'll use his bitters. So we're going to put in 2 big dashes of some Gaz Regan orange bitters. Help his family out, you know. All right. Where did I get this from? Oh, right there. Carefully put that back. What else do we got to put in this drink? Again, no. Oh, allspice dram. Great. We have some allspice dram. We used it last night, so I figured, you know, why not continue on with it. Instead of allspice dram, I'm going to throw in some pimento dram. Just a little. Last night in the Zombie King, you put in a full ounce of pimento dram. That seems like a lot. Seems like a lot. We're going to put in like, should we start with a quarter? Let's start with a half and go there. It also, this cocktail said that the allspice dram was optional. Optional. You do not have to put allspice dram in here. Poor Shawnee Panabaker, out of orange bitters. Oof. Sean, I would say, let me just, if I could help you out there a little bit. Throw the peel of the orange. It just like peel off a little side of the orange. Throw it into the cocktail. Give it a big shake. That should pull out all of those orange oils, which isn't exactly orange bitters. It's certainly not exactly orange bitters, but it should give you a close enough estimation for like a little bit of extra orange in there. That's my thought. Throw in some orange juice, throw in a little bit more orange juice too, and then a little bit extra chocolate bitters, and you should be right there. So let's go ahead and put in a bunch of ice here. There we go. Give this a hard, happy shake. Oh, you're welcome, Sean. Hey, anytime. I don't know much about much, but I do know enough about that. Go ahead and give this a big old shake. Here we go. This camera. There was no way this camera was ever going to work today with my entire computer imploding seconds before the show started. We started the show a little late tonight because a mere like 5 seconds before the show started, whole thing went down. I knew I could get Forlorn to crawl out from whatever corner he was sitting in. Forlorn, good to see you. We don't want all of this absinthe in here. So we are going to just drain some of this water, some of this absinthe out there, so that when you go back to smell the cocktail, you should smell the absinthe, but you shouldn't be able to taste it in there. Go ahead and pour this out. Yes. Keith has the correct terminology. It is an absinthe rinse. An absinthe rinse. Oh, let me say a big hey-o to our good friend Tim and Kyle Lawyer. I've been calling this person Kyle's Lawyer for a while. It is not Kyle's Lawyer. It is Kyle Lawyer. So if your name is Kyle and you are in some sort of hot water, boy, do I know who to call. Absinthe makes the heart grow fonder. It's cute. We should make shirts. Okay. That's it. Calls for what did it call for? It called for dry fruits. Luckily, we have a couple dry fruits. It also called for a couple different flowers. I didn't do it. This is it. Super easy, very kind of brain breaking if you think about how a cocktail is built. Seems like they handed it to an editor. Some editor, they were like, I don't know, just like fill in some cocktail, just put in a recipe, like whatever you think sounds good. And they're like, oh, I like orange juice. I like a good screwdriver. This is a great little thing to do. Let's put tequila in there, and then you know what else I like? Those chocolate oranges. Let's throw that in there. I don't know. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. Maybe it is a great drink, and I'm being too harsh on it. This is called the Dia de los Muertos. I don't. I don't like it. I'll be honest with you. What's it missing? Jeez Louise. Okay, let's see. Okay. Maybe put a dash more of absinthe in there. Maybe we got too much absinthe out. It's it's not coalescing. It's not like every sip that I've had so far tastes a little different. The first one tasted a lot like chocolate. The next one tasted a lot like absinthe. I'm not catching a lot of orange juice, so maybe we'll throw a little bit more orange juice in here. Just see if we can fix a little bit. What we put in half an ounce earlier? Let's put in another quarter ounce. Oh, everybody talking baseball. Let's not talk sports tonight. Those stupid Trojans getting beat by the Cornhuskers. I didn't make it any better. No, no. This is a good learning place for all of us. We come to this thing. I call it a class. Obviously, my producer says I should call it a show. I don't do that. I call it a class still. This is a good learning point. This is a good inflection point for us to learn what's going on. If you are trying to balance out a cocktail and you put some sour in there, you're going to want to try and find something sweet to balance it out with. Now, of course, orange juice is a sour, sort of. So we've sort of hit it with a little bit of orange juice. This is a newer drink, so they're not using those like old sour oranges that I'm always fantasizing about. They're not using those. So really, we have like a half sweet, and then we have a half sour with a half sweet, and we put in extra sweet, which was the optional pimento dram. It didn't really work out, and then we are just throwing in a bunch of bitters to sort of make weird mad. It didn't work out for this one. I would say we should start this one probably over. I'm not going to, but you start this one over. If you are going to put the orange juice in there and make this a juicy drink, let's add another type of juice in there. It doesn't have to be lemon, doesn't have to be lime, but maybe some like passion fruit, maybe something that has a little bit more sour to it. Because right now it tastes like it is trying desperately to be a like a Manhattan or an old-fashioned style cocktail, but it just tastes watered down. That is not what we want in this. That's not what we want. Not my favorite. Oh, DC Avocard calls it an episode, sort of right in between the two things. Yeah, kind of a stinker cocktail. Keith Austin, big fan. Loves it. 4 hands up. I'll be honest with you, Dougie. Too much dram is not the issue. We put in half an ounce. I'm not really tasting the dram. All I'm tasting is the sweet that goes along with it. Yeah, I don't think we're not blending the tequila well in this. This drink might be better if we did it with like whiskey, maybe. I don't think gin would work out here. I think that would just like be way dry. something that's like nice and smooth. You know what would probably have worked even better? I didn't even think about it. They didn't say that they wanted it, but maybe an añejo tequila would work well with this. But añejo tequila can be sometimes kind of expensive. And then you're just going to put orange juice and a bunch of drops of the rest. This is if you're watching this, the country of Mexico currently, if you guys are all like crowded around whatever, like if you guys are all in some bar somewhere watching this, like, hey, this is like a big deal. It's like the World Cup. We're gonna find out what the Dia de los Muertos cocktail is. I would say that this one is out in the first round. I don't think that this one worked. I don't think they nailed it. I'm going to put this off to the side. I won't even make Kyle drink this one. Just kind of flat. You can read those ingredients and say, you know what, that is probably going to be a little flat. So we'll move on to our next cocktail. This cocktail is called the Dia de los Muertos. They're all, just so you know, they're all called the Dia de los Muertos. This one, kind of interesting. We're going to be mixing some mezcal with some tequila. So joven mezcal, I have an espadín that I'll be using. We'll be using blanco tequila. We won't be using blanco tequila. We're going to be using reposado tequila. Blood orange juice, which, you know, it's going to give us some nice color. Lime juice, simple syrup, and just a little bit of cinnamon syrup. We made that last night. Just a little pinch of cinnamon syrup. This one sounds like at least it's built like a cocktail, and that is going to be important for us. Oh, good. We're going to introduce a new type of shaker to this one right here. This right here is called a Parisian shaker or a tulip shaker or all kinds of fun names for this. This is Paul Bellinardo, I think, is knocking it out of the park. OJ and tequila is always weird. Yeah, I don't think OJ and tequila works well. Roger G, maybe more OJ, is a middle more of a mezcalito riff or a highball with, you know, it might just be me and Paul. Paul and I might just agree on this exactly, that OJ and tequila just don't work that well together, in my humble opinion. We're going to do another OJ and tequila cocktail, though, so get ready for it. We're going to start over here, completely empty there. Let's start off with our split base. So we got this guy and we got this guy. This is a mezcal and this is a mezcal. The type of mezcal this is, I believe this is an espadín. Espadín, yeah. Maguey Espadín. So this is an espadín. This is probably the most common type of, when you call something a mezcal, if you're calling it a mezcal, espadín is usually what you're getting. Is the espadín is usually what you're getting. This also is a mezcal. I will fight anybody on the internet about that. I have before and I will again. This is also a type of mezcal. This type of mezcal is called tequila. Do I even have to say it anymore? All agave spirits are called mezcal. Inside of that agave spirit is one type of mezcal called tequila. It's just the facts. It's just the facts, and I'm sick of fighting over it. We're gonna go ahead and put in 3/4 of an ounce of some mezcal. This is going to be giving us that sort of smoky. You guys know what a mezcal tastes like, right? It's a little bit more, a little smokier. It's got a little bit more of that like bandage flavor. Sort of tastes a little like a hospital. Sometimes that's where it takes you, so that's good. So you show up to the hospital, you already smell like the hospital, so you'll be good. Very nice. We're also going to be throwing in some tequila. This is sort of like fortifying the mezcal with a less like pungent agave spirit. We don't want, I'm guessing, it's not my cocktail. We don't want a full mezcal cocktail because mezcal can absolutely take over a drink. Tequila can also do that, but in the end, we want this sort of to be somewhere in the middle between a tequila and a smoky mezcal. I got one of these. They did have them. I went around looking for them, and they had them at the very first store I went to. This is a blood orange, one of my very favorite little fruits. When I was living in Europe for a while. Lived in a place called Naples, Italy. And down the street at the little corner store, they had all of these great blood oranges, and they had them for like 5 euro cents. And I would buy them and just eat them straight. They are really fun. Funny enough, it tastes just like an orange. It's just going to give us that good color. Let's get our recipe pulled up again. 3/4 of an ounce. Oh, this is really nice. I really like this. 3/4 of an ounce. So we're gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of everything on this, except for our cinnamon syrup. We're just gonna put a little bit less there. Oh, squeezer's in here. 3/4 of an ounce. Whoop. 3/4 of an ounce of some blood red, blood orange. There we go. Not the juiciest oranges of all time. Are we? Is Kyle? Kyle, you there? Are we out of orange season currently? He'll let me know. He knows a lot about oranges. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. There we go. 3/4 of an ounce. Throw that there. Throw this here. Kyle, remind me. Give that a wash. Throw that in there. We also need 3/4 of an ounce of some fresh lime juice. Tito was not offering up his limes today, so we will have to use store-bought limes. We're going to do our moon trick. There we go. Little moon trick there. 1/2 an ounce, usually 2 portions of a lime. Give this a squeeze. And because tequila and mezcal do go so well with limes, I'm not worried about the lime taking over the flavor. So we're going to drop the lime right in there. Excellent. We also need some, it calls for cinnamon and simple syrup. I am just going to put in cinnamon simple syrup. I'm going to cheat their thing a little bit. We're just going to be putting in 3/4 of an ounce of some cinnamon simple syrup. This is pretty thick simple syrup. We're gonna put in 1/2 an ounce. I don't want to overdo it. Right there. Oh yeah, look at that. That's 2-to-1 simple syrup. I've within the past year have been converted over to 2-to-1 simple syrup. It stays longer. It's the idea, at least. That's it. Nice and simple, right there. Give this a fun little shake with our fun little situation. Yes, is that 2-to-1? Yeah, 2-to-1. Keith. Keith has been a traveling guy. I think he's been missing. So yeah, Keith. Big news. Big news. We do all our simple syrups here at the bar now 2-to-1. 2-to-1 because it helps small bars keep their stuff around a little bit more. Bon asking, is this a new shaker? No, this is a very old shaker. I do not care for these ones, but I also do not want to run out and get a new one. So we're just going to go ahead and give this a shake. When you shake with these guys, just make sure you get a finger up on top of here. If that thing pops off, you'll be in some real trouble. We'll have cinnamon syrup and blood orange everywhere. Here we go. Let's prep a glass. Put new ice over this. Using all whipping cubes tonight. There we go. That's one of the big issues with these shakers is everything starts to expand. This becomes hard to get off, so I was a little nervous that I was going to embarrass myself. And we won't even have to strain this one weird. We'll just use the in strainer business. Certainly a nicer color than the last one. This is the last one. I like this red look. This one looks like just old orange juice to me. Certainly a nicer color. Certainly a more fun color there. We're gonna grab over here just a couple more of these dried fruits. This kind of looks like if this drink was in, if this drink was in Breaking Bad and it went down to Mexico, it would look like this. Put that like sepia filter on it. Give it that nice, like, you know, what Vince Gilligan thought Mexico looked like for some reason. Always very strange. I always found that really odd that every time they went down to Mexico, everything got very yellow. It's a weird choice. Yeah, definitely a better color, says Shawnee. Couldn't agree more. Definitely a better color here. Really simple cocktail. If you make it with 1-to-1 syrup, if you make it with 1-to-1 syrup, then it's all equal parts. It's 1 part tequila, 1 part mezcal, 1 part lime, and 1 part sugar. A very simple cocktail. If you are sitting around your ofrenda and you don't want to make a bunch of stuff, or you want to make like one big batch, this could do you really well. Let's give it a little taste. See, now that is good. The orange, somewhat reminiscent of a margarita. The cinnamon does well. The blood orange, it sort of gives it a little, you know, the vibes of the Dia de los Muertos. You're feeling that whole thing. Honestly, very simple. The cinnamon matches well with the big flavors of the tequila and the mezcal. This one does it right. It's not pretending to be something it's not. It is just a sour. That's all it is a sour cocktail in the same family as like a daiquiri, that kind of thing, you know, whiskey sour, that kind of thing. But it brings in some interesting flavors, the cinnamon and the rest of it. I would say that this, very nice. Amy, really nice. I'll give it to you right now. 3/4 of an ounce of tequila, 3/4 of an ounce of mezcal, 3/4 of an ounce of blood orange juice, 3/4 of an ounce of lime, and 3/4 of an ounce of 1-to-1 cinnamon simple syrup. If you don't if you do 2-to-1, I just did a 1/2 ounce of cinnamon simple syrup because I did 2-to-1. I think that gives me the right amount of sweetness in there. I don't know. I mean, I don't speak for all of Mexico. I would wager a guess to say that I don't speak for any of Mexico. I don't know. I don't know what my presence is down there. It's minimal, at least. I would say this is a really good choice. I would say that you're taking 2 of the spirits of Mexico, putting them together. You're taking the mezcal, you're taking another type of mezcal, you're mixing them together. One of those mezcals is tequila. Lime juice, orange juice, cinnamon syrup. I'm in. I'm in. This, I will have these. I will keep this here. Kyle, can't have it. Stay out there. I don't want to give that to you. Okay. We're kind of cruising through this one because we have to. There has to be a decision because it's almost over. Dia de los Muertos is almost over. In some places, it is over. Let's get into the next one. Next one, odd. Oh gosh. I did have it. Next one is odd. It's odd. It's I don't personally see this becoming the drink of Dia de los Muertos, despite the fact that it is called the Dia de los Muertos. So we're making a Dia de los Muertos. So let's get a right here. Do this guy. We're gonna be stirring a cocktail. We're basically gonna be making a Manhattan. This is going to be a Manhattan style cocktail. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Just a few ingredients. Let me make sure I got those ingredients ready to go. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna start. We're gonna start with our reposado tequila. Excellent. Do we have 2 ounces? I think we do. Starting over here, 2 ounces of our reposado tequila, and we are going to pour this guy right in here. I think that should just give us right to the top. There we go. 2 ounces of our reposado. We're not going to mince words. We are not going to get into a fight with the cocktail gods. We are just going to build a Manhattan as we go. So we're going to reach down here and grab our sweet vermouth. This is our Carpano Antica. We buy them in the small bottles because they go bad so quickly. go ahead and throw in, let me say it to the camera, go ahead and throw in 3/4 of an ounce of some of this sweet vermouth. There we go. Nice and simple. Okay, the next thing we're putting in here, instead of putting the normal like tree type bitters, the Angostura, whatnot, we're gonna be putting in some ancho chili liqueur. This is Ancho Reyes. This is not the original bottle. I'll tell you that right now. This is from a different bottle. I get a number of these things sent to me, and this one, I don't know. This is Abasolo. Abasolo. This is the bottle it's in, but trust me, this is Ancho Reyes liqueur. I've tested it and tried it, but this is Abasolo. It's a Mexican whiskey. Very, very interesting. If you ever get a chance to try some Abasolo, do it. But they just sent me the bottle to make these things. I don't know why I'm so nervous about this. Trust me, it's Ancho Reyes liqueur. But basically, they rebottled it, sent it to me for a cocktail class that I was teaching a little while ago. This is Ancho Reyes. If you've never had Ancho Reyes, it's delicious. It works so well in so many things. It gives it just a little bit of spice, a little bit of heat. But also it gives some of that sweet. We don't need a lot of it. We just need 3/4 of an ounce of some Ancho Reyes, which again is not. That's not what that bottle is. Just get over it, Cushman. You got it. Okay, next Shawnee hasn't. Oh gosh, Shawnee, you are in for a treat. Ancho Reyes, yeah, Keith Austin, who runs Bar 409, one of the most prestigious and hard to get into bars in all of Los Angeles. Ancho Reyes is phenomenal. They also have a green, they have a brown Ancho Reyes. I don't know if they call it brown. It's in a brown bottle. And they also have a green Ancho Reyes, which is like green chilies. Really, yeah, the Verde. This is a regular, I believe is how you pronounce it. A little regular. Really sort of good stuff. Goes very, very well with tequila, but I found that it also goes very well with a lot of different types of rums. If you're ever looking to like make a cocktail that has just a little bit of heat to it and you don't want to infuse peppers or whatnot, Ancho Reyes is a really, really good way to go. Send me a bottle, Ancho Reyes. Come on, don't be stingy. We need some orange bitters. We're gonna go ahead and put in 2 big dashes of some orange bitters. There we go. So we are, in the end, bittering this cocktail, but we're not doing any tree bitters, any of those like bark bitters. It's all going to be either orange or the really nice Ancho Reyes. Boy, I came right down to the wire with this ice. I did not realize I'd be going through so much ice. We're going to go ahead and just pour this ice right in here. Very cool bartending trick. We're going to give this a stir. Oh, there's one. Whew. I was out of spoons. I'm going to go ahead and give this a stir. I had a comment on one of my on my stirring short, and I couldn't tell if it was a insult or if it was a compliment. It's a really good little comment because I had no idea. I took it as a compliment because I take everything as a compliment. He said something like, the technique that this guy uses is so much more intense than what he is saying. Bad video. So he did put bad video at the end, but he also said that my technique is phenomenal. I'm going to take that second one. I'm going to take that first one. Let's put this into, gosh, I don't have any glasses left in here. I'll be down here for a second, guys, just looking for some glassware. I don't even have a single, oh, this is good. We'll just reach all the way back here. We're going to reach past these, reach past these, reach past this. Oh, get past the bird. We'll throw this right into here. Boom. Oh, gotta go there. All right. We're just gonna pour this right into this little handsome fella right in here. There we go. hard to really tell the color from this since I don't have a clear glass, but trust me, it looks nice. It's got a little bit of that really good cocktail brown. DC, thank you for standing up for me. I have made some bad videos. I'm not going to tell you that not that all of everything that I spit out is genius. But thank you. It's I think that one might have not been as informative as it needed to be. We're gonna go ahead and throw in just a cherry right there. It didn't call for a cherry. That's what I got. Put this back, up and away. And this is it. This is a cocktail called the Dia de los Muertos. It contains ancho reyes, some agave. What do we call this? Tequila. Reposado tequila. I only had a few zombies last night. Some ancho reyes, some reposado tequila, some sweet vermouth, and a little bit of orange bitters. This is a cocktail that we are calling the Dia de los Muertos. See how we did. That is good. That is really good. The Ancho Reyes, spectacular. The Ancho Reyes is just a spectacular liqueur. Whoever figured out to make the Ancho Reyes, well done. A big round of applause. Do I have applause just ready to go? Do you think any of these are going to work today? Hey! Really, really nice. The tequila certainly stands out. I would not, if I was you, if you don't have at least a reposado tequila, I would not recommend making this cocktail with a Blanco tequila or even a Blanco mezcal. I think it might be too much. The Ancho Reyes does wonders in here. Sweet vermouth and tequila, who knew? It does kind of work pretty well. And yeah, the orange bitters does well. So we're going to say definitely not the Dia de los Muertos. So it comes down to which of these is the best. Is it the Dia de los Muertos or is it the Dia de los Muertos? Personally, for me, and again, if Mexico is watching or, you know, whatever, however Mexico is receiving this information, I don't know if you guys are like just listening to it. Personally, this is my thought on it. I think we should rename this one. I don't think that this tastes like a Dia de los Muertos drink. When I think of like a Dia de los Muertos, I think of celebration. I think of sort of batches. I think of like big batches of stuff that you can sort of go pour. I of course think of Coco. Great movie. Made me cry constantly. The moment Coco starts, I start crying, and then the moment it ends, I stop crying. But all the time in between, weeping. If it's not the Dia de los Muertos, yeah, I would say that Keith has got it right here. Yeah, the Dia de los Manhattan is a good name for this one. I think that's about right. The Dia de los Manhattan is a great name for it. Just stay there. I would say though that this one comes in as more of all equal parts coming together. There's a feel of celebration where there's sort of a feel of somberness to this one. It feels heavy. It feels like you're somewhat contemplative. We have 364 days, sometimes 365 days of a year to like actively, you know, like be sad and missing people that have been that have left. That's what this drink feels like you're doing. This one feels like you're more bright and up and telling fun stories and dancing, having a good time. This one is a spectacular drink. This is also a spectacular drink. Two very nice drinks. This one, bad. Not good. Don't make it. Don't try it. That's what I'm here for. So I would say that we call this the Dia de los Muertos. I would say we call this the Dia de los Manhattan. The Day of the Manhattan. Or maybe, okay. Is there a better way to do this? The Muerto Manhattan. Manhattan used to be called Mannahatta. Maybe we call it the Mannahatto. There's something there. We'll come up with a new name for this cocktail. This one, I think, is our Dia de los Muertos cocktail, though. If we're going to have Dia de los Muertos celebrations, I would say we go with this one. That's my thought, at least. Again, just some white guy from Phoenix, so I don't know if I even get a say in this argument. But if you are asking me, I would say this one is the winner. What do you win? Cocktail Lulu asks. For the Dia de los Manhattan. I'll send you a pin. Remind me. I've already forgotten. I got to send Bon a pin. Dang, I'm very bad at this whole thing. That is what I have for you guys. We'll be back here on Tuesday in order to do more Dia del Manhattan, the Day of the Manhattan. Yeah, I think we're gonna get it. I think we're circling it. We're circling the name. We're going to knock it out of the park here soon. That's what I have for you guys. We'll be back here on Tuesday to do buy you a drink. I'm not buying you a drink. Why am I buying Tim a drink all of a sudden? I'm already sending a pin. I got to buy you a drink now too? Okay, fine. I'll buy you a drink, Tim. Remind me. I've already forgotten about it. I forgot who I'm buying a drink. Okay. We'll be back here on Tuesday to hang out. Remember, these classes will always remain free, but if you can't help out, I have a Patreon, I have a PayPal, I have a Venmo. That just keeps the bar stocked so that I can keep trying these things. There is also another way you can help me, and let me tell you about this way. It's very simple. Tell your friends. You got a friend you think might like this thing? Tell them about it, because YouTube is not telling people about this. They're trying to keep me a secret. That's great. I love being an underground. I don't want to sell out or anything, but it would be nice. We got a few more people, we're interested in what's going on. Tell your friends about it. Do it the old-fashioned way. Write them a letter, send them a telegram. However you got to do it, put it on the back of a sticker, hand them the sticker. Whatever you want to do, you figure that out. And if you can't do that, the best thing you can do is show up. We do classes here Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays for the foreseeable future. So show up, hang out, and then do the rest of that stuff. I have a quick question for you guys.
Are you guys going trick-or-treating?
It's a good question, because it seems like the answer was no. Last question for you.
Are you Dr. Jinga Janga?
We're going to find that guy. And until then, we always say...
Bye!
Goodbye, everybody.